the shopping center had been the hub of our community. We had a grocery store, we had a pharmacy, we had laundromat.
And gradually they all closed one by one.
The Winn-Dixie grocery store was the main tenant in that shopping center. So at the point when Winn-Dixie closed, the shopping center has gone through a number of changes, but has declined ever since. Now we got this abandoned eyesore in our community.
We needed a grocery store because we live in a desert. A lot of activity went on in the shopping center. So in my mind's eyes, one day it will be a renaissance.
Became concerned about food deserts maybe about 3 years ago. It was brought to my attention at a county commissioner meeting before I was elected that we had a serious problem with food deserts in Guilford County. This would be a typical meal for a kid living in a food desert. You would have a cup of noodles, which would be your entree. You would have Cheetos or some other form of chip that would be your side. And then you would have a sugary dessert. And you wash that down with sugary drink, not juice, but drink. And if you look at the map on the food deserts in Guilford County and also look at a map of my district, it's pretty much an overlay.
When it comes to food insecurity, Greensboro is tied for second in the country. At the same time in the city, poverty is growing. When viewed as a percentage of our population, Greensboro's growth places us among top 10 cities in the country.
We used to have a grocery store out here. It was nice, it was convenient, it allowed people to eat healthier food. We don't have one now, we want one. The only thing that's currently in that shopping center right now is the Family Dollar store. You can buy some food in there that is not a good selection of good, wholesome, healthy food at all, but they have some of the highest sales of any Family Dollar store in the city because of the fact that there's nothing else available to people in that community. And also it's an area where there are transportation issues that make their access to the foods that are available very difficult. So if you're talking about traveling 2 miles and you don't have your own car, then you're either going to take a taxi cab or public transportation or get a neighbor to take you, all of whom incur additional costs for the cost of the food.
You know, for someone to have to jump on a city bus, public transportation, go 5-6 miles away to another grocery store, lug bags and everything else, and take that round trip time that would probably take 3 to 4 hours to do while getting home, then trying to prepare food for a family or things like that, it's just not efficient.
So the fact that there's a Walmart 2 miles away doesn't mean that you're able to even enjoy the lower prices at Walmart because of the additional transportation costs. This is what it actually means for people in the community to not have access to quality food.
And in our community, we had tried to get a grocery store. We asked different companies to come, and we never did fit the criteria. So it was very exciting when we found out that we had the possibility of having a co-op. And that would mean that we would own it ourselves and we could have some voice.
One of the first things that some people thought when we said let's open a food co-op was that this was going to be a high-priced store that offered natural and organic food or something like that, or local food, or that hippies go to. In any case, the key feature of what a co-op actually is any kind of business that meets a need of a group of people and it's democratically owned and democratically governed.
The name Renaissance for the shopping center came years ago, and I don't know whether it came from me or if it came from the concerned citizens of Northeast Greensboro. I really don't know, but I know the meaning was that we will rise again, that there would be a rebirth.
So this project involves bringing together financial know-how with retail grocery know-how and a strong community organizing base. And this neighborhood is totally the right place to do this because of its history of doing for itself and figuring out how to solve its own problems.
Most people, the median income, household income, not individual income, but household income is $21,000, which is half of what the median job income is for Guilford County. So as you can see, you have people that are struggling. You have people that don't have a lot of money to spend on certain things, but need access to quality foods and produce and things of that nature. So the co-op directly addresses that and addresses the needs of the community.
The people within a 2-mile radius of the proposed grocery store there on Phillips Avenue spend $1,343,365 every week on groceries. We're sure that we can find the market for getting about 5 or so % of that, which will allow us to have a viable, sustainable, profitable grocery store in that area.
If you have a neighborhood grocery store where you can get fresh produce, fresh vegetables that are right there in your area that you can go, it leads to a healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle leads to less disease, leads to confident people, it leads to people that believe in themselves. So when we're talking about efficiencies and people being efficient, this starts right on the ground with the community co-op.
And that's one of the things that's great about grocery as an industry to go into for the cooperative movement. You don't have to convince people that they need to buy food. They do it anyway. They do it even when they don't have very much money. Humans have to eat to stay alive, and so people continue to spend money on food. What's really great about this project is that the money that's spent on food stays right in the community.
So with the community-owned grocery store actually being the anchor tenant for a newly revitalized, brand new, reborn shopping center to this area, you immediately get stability because the community buys in and says, hey, we have to support this grocery store because it's our grocery store. We have to support the other tenants in the shopping center because this is our shopping center. The one thing that the community co-op will do is get people to buy into the fact that we have to support our own, and this is our own.
My name is Jamal T. Fox, Greensboro City Council member for Northeast Greensboro in District 2, and it's an honor and privilege to represent this community, a community that's been fighting for over 17 years to bring a second chance, a rebirth, a renaissance. And as a member of City Council, we're poised to work with this community and with Self-Help Ventures Fund to bring this a reality for one concern, one solution, one community. And as Greensboro charts this path, so can you. One concern, one solution, one community.